My review of the Who album, Who Are You? It was released in 1978 and produced by Glenn Johns and John Astley. So this was the third Who album I ever got. I got a CD copy of it for Christmas in 2007. And this vinyl copy I got at some store in the Zanesville Mall around like 2011. I think that store's probably not even there anymore, but I don't think I've even been in that mall since then. So yeah, this early on was kind of my favorite Who album for a while, like when I just had Endless Wire, Who's Next, and this one. Eventually, Who's Next kind of like overtook this one, but I don't know why it was exactly, but just for some reason when I got this album, I got into it a little bit quicker than Who's Next. Although I wouldn't like say it's a better album. Uh, this album, I think sounds worse than Who's Next, like production wise, and also worse than Who by Numbers as far as production goes. I don't know if that's like the other producer that was on it or involved in it, because I'm not really like, I don't know the background of this album like in and out. I've just like kind of read this stuff, so I don't know like who had more of a say in the sound of it, Glenn Johns or John Astley, but it to me doesn't sound as good as the other two Glenn Johns produced albums. Um, it's this is Keith Moon's last album. I think he died like 3 weeks after it was released, and his like health and stuff was affecting his playing on here. I don't think he sounds as bad as a lot of people say. I think the playing still sounds really like Keith Mooney and the fills and stuff, but you can definitely tell something was up. And he doesn't play on one of the songs. So, yeah, I don't think I have much else to say other than that before I get into the songs. Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's an album that I have a lot of nostalgia for because I listened to it a lot back then. And I still put it on pretty frequently, but I don't think I would rate it like as high as some of the ones that came before it. But I do think that it's a pretty underrated album for them. So the album opens with New Song, and it's one of my favorite like opening Who songs. I like the synths and stuff on it that are kind of going on throughout this whole album, but they're really cool in this song. Entwistle's bass is really cool. Roger's vocal is really great. Some good screams in it. I like Moon's drumming on it as well. Just a really great opening track. Second track is Had Enough. It's a John Entwistle song sung by Roger. And I've always really liked this one as well. I think the drums on it are really cool. Just a really catchy song. I think all of Entwistle's songs on this album are really good. Speaking of which, third track is another Entwistle song, 905. This one's sung by him. I think it was meant for some kind of like musical or something he was writing that he didn't finish, but it's an insanely catchy song. It's got all these weird, like cool sounding futuristic-y synth things going on. It's actually like probably the song I've heard the most like from this album recently. Like I think it was on the soundtrack for some movie or something. So like I've heard a lot of people play this recently, which is pretty cool. The fourth track, Sister Disco, has really cool keyboards in it. I always thought it's a catchy song. Most of it's sung by Roger, but you get a little bridge part sung by Pete, which is cool. And yeah, it's not a lot to say about it. Never really been like one of my favorite songs on here, but I've always enjoyed it. The fifth track, The Music Must Change, is the one where Keith doesn't play drums. And as a result, it kind of sounds like weird, a little bit empty. But I do like the song. It's a catchy song. I think Roger gives a good vocal. Not a lot to say about it, but I've always liked the song. I wish there were drums in it because I think it would sound better. The sixth track, Trick of the Light. This is another Entwistle song, sung by Roger. He plays, I believe, like the main riff on it's played by Entwistle on a 6-string bass, and it's just really cool sounding. It's like really really crazy. Kind of bass stuff going on from Entwistle on it, and it's always been one of my favorite tracks on the album. Just really catchy, great vocal from Roger. Seventh track, Guitar and Pen, is kind of a weird song. I've always liked the verse of it better than the chorus. The chorus kind of like a little irritating, but I've gotten used to it. And it was just a weird song for me because I always used to kind of listen to it until it got to the chorus and be like, no, I'm not into this. But eventually I just started listening to all of it, and now I enjoy it quite a bit. The eighth track, Love Is Coming Down, this one is fine, but pretty easily my least favorite on the album. I just don't find it that memorable. I kind of just, a lot of times I look at the name of it and I can't remember what it sounds like. But it's not really a bad song, just not the best one on here. And then the ninth and final track is Who Are You, the title track. And I've always liked the song. I think it might be a little bit overplayed, but I think the whole band sounds great on it. I've always loved Moon's drumming on it. I think that Roger's vocals are really great. So yeah, really good closing track. The CD version of it has a few bonus tracks. Has No Road Romance, which I really like that one. I think it's really catchy. I believe Pete sings it. And then Empty Glass, which is on one of Pete's solo albums, and I really like the version on here. I have the solo album version, but like I haven't listened to it a lot. I haven't like really got into Pete's solo stuff yet. I have two of the albums, but I just like every time I listen to them, I'm like, this is a little weird. Then you have an alternate version of Guitar and Pen, and an alternate version of Love Is Coming Down and Who Are You, which those I really haven't paid as much attention to, but I really like No Road Romance and Empty Glass. So Who Are You? I think not their best album, but I do think it's pretty underrated. I've always really liked it. A lot of good songs on it. I think that the first half of it's a little bit stronger than like the second half, but mainly that comes down to Love Is Coming Down, which I just, like I said, not the most memorable song for me. Still highly recommend this album. Definitely worth checking out.